just lower the music there for you. Hopefully it's still playing a little bit. How you going? How you doing? How are things? I'm going to get set up here in a second. I'm still going through things. Apparently, I think it's Apollo who's downstairs. I think Apollo is going through some things right now. Because he's just downstairs meowing. That is, if it is Apollo. Who is this? Who's under here? Yep, that's Apollo downstairs. So yeah. How's life? How are things? Sorry, I'm being a little bit weird. I am currently fighting for my life with my software today. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just do that. Yeah, I was fighting for my life with my software. I don't know why it's being like this today. It's been on and off with me since I tried putting in music the other day and this morning, and I don't know. Me and my software just fighting. So, hi! It's Sunday! It's Sunday fun day. Let me turn off my phone real quick. Well, let me turn off the sound real quick. It's Sunday fun day. And that means it's time to get dotting. So I went ahead and I finished the blue up here, but then I got dot happy and did a whole other section and then started another section here. But then I realized with my current camera setup, I can't get over there without moving the entire canvas over. So I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm just going to start this square instead. I'm still deciding whether or not I want to zoom in. Whether or not I want to zoom in to this section, or if I'm just going to let you guys chill out, hang out with me, and just talk. So let's just get color started then. This section is going to be a bit exciting to me anyway, because I really want to get into some more colors, and that's what this area is going to do for me. I'm also going to try to stretch. Oh boy. Yeah, it's just not doing it for me today. Never mind. I'm not going to play with anything today because apparently my camera hates me. It's fine though. It's fine. It's chill. We're chill. Yep. That's so strange. Never mind. Like I said, we're chill. We're fine. Apollo's not. If you can hear him crying downstairs, I don't know why he's crying. So we're going to start with our colors. It looks like we have a lot of 4 today. So let's grab 4. Let's grab C. I don't see any 5s or 3s. Oh, wait, never mind. I do see some 3s. Let's grab 3. There's very few 3s. 4, C, E. What else I got? I've got 4, C, E. I got X. I have one little U in the corner over here, so I'm just gonna single place that little U in the corner. What else do I got? U. I've got Y, of course, because we can't do anything without our blue Y's. And oh, I have K. I didn't notice that. K's. And that's it for the letters. I think today it's pretty cold outside. It's pretty cold in my house. So today's gonna be like a bit of a shorter stream. No more 2 hour streams. Well, at least not for today because it is freezing in my house. Even with the boiler on downstairs, it doesn't do anything upstairs. So, like, if you can see how I've packaged me and Jack and Artemis on my lap, there is my regular floor blanket beneath my legs to protect them from the really cold floor. But underneath that blanket, there's a heating pad that's on all the way and doing little to nothing. But really, that's where the cats are sitting, so I can't blame the heating pad. I blame the cats for blocking me from the heating pad. So there's a heating pad underneath my legs, underneath my, what do you call it? My blanket. And then I have a blanket on top of my legs to further insulate me. And that is actually helping because earlier my legs were even colder than they are now. But that doesn't help my upper body parts, like my arms and my hands. So they're still freezing. I'm still cold as all get out. And if you know me, I this past week has been super strange because everyone else will feel cold, but I felt warm or like comfortable. And it might be because I was wearing so many layers this week. But now I'm freezing and I do not like being frozen. I cannot stand it. It bothers me. Okay, so peeling back the plastic here. I'm just going to tape it down. I don't have my, I do have my cover minder, but I wish I had a bigger cover minder, Let's put you back into full screen. I wish I had a bigger cover minder just to help with getting under in the middle. And I'll probably bring up a thicker one next time or just later today. Just because I'm going to be doing a shorter stream does not mean I'm going to stop diamond painting for the day. Actually, I might. I don't know. It depends on what my brain wants to do after this. Because after the stream, I'm going to eat some food. And then I'm going to... Do I want to use this one? Should I use this one? I think I haven't used this one in a stream yet. Yeah, I'm going to use this one. I'm going to eat some food. I'm going to... Sorry. I'm going to clean up the mess that these cats keep creating. I have a small table that I put miscellaneous stuff on next to the couch, and they keep pushing stuff off that table. So I'm gonna have to do something about that pretty soon. But yes. How are you, everyone? Yeah, let's not put that anymore. Never mind. Yeah, how are you, everyone? How are things going? How are you feeling? I see a sleepy in the chat. Girl, I feel you. Trust me. I'm there. I'm sleepy. I'm half dead in my mind. Oh, the cats have come out of the second blanket. Oh, that's my phone. The cats have come out of the second blanket. They are now on top of the second blanket instead of underneath it, where they were before. So I guess they too just felt maybe it was too stifling down there. What's happening? Where am I? Sorry, I have I don't know if it's sleep fog, if it's brain fog. I don't know what is happening right now, but my brain is just everywhere and nowhere at the same time. I should probably eat. And I know I'm going to get scolded once you guys realize what I just said. But I should probably eat. Wrong section. Let's do the 4s. So, yeah, I don't know what's happening in my brain. It's just not working as normal. I'm really trying my best to make it work. Even with Apollo in the background playing with his toy, he has this one wand toy that he will not let the others touch. He cannot. He gets angry when the others try to play with it, and it's his. At this point, it's his. He'll take it downstairs with him when he goes downstairs for the morning. He'll bring it upstairs when he's ready to nap or to go to sleep. It's just the way he is these days, and he won't share. So if anyone has tips on how to make a cat share, I know, impossible, but maybe, you don't know, maybe we can get Apollo to share with his siblings. I'm just placing some 4s, just single placing as I go. I do kind of wish it would let me zoom in for you guys like it was before. I think it might be because this is a flipped. Maybe because, oh, never mind. I got it. Oh my god, I did it. I figured it out. Okay, give me 1 second to finish this off screen, and then I'll zoom you guys in so you can see what I'm doing. There you go. Isn't that better? It seems that I had another scene, probably my music scene, over my camera, which is what I was transforming without doing anything. So yay, I fixed it. Now you can see. Yeah, I'm still learning what it means to stream. I'm still learning how to work this software. I haven't had a lot of time recently to sit down with it and really figure it out. I am just kind of existing in space right now, just making it through the day. So once I'm able to like sit down and figure more things out, I hope that it'll go a bit smoother. And already I figured out the transitions, which makes me really happy. Figured out how to make it smoother, how to blend it more, and what it means to transition in the same scene as you guys saw earlier. I think once I figure out most, if not all, of the settings and how to do the things I want, and the things that I imagine, I will get to work trying to build a mobile stream deck for easier transitions, easier music applications. I don't know if I'll ever actually use a stream deck, like a proper stream deck, because that's just going to be another toy for me to try to figure out, to be honest. And I don't know if I have figure out time in my brain. So we'll figure that out together later. You know what? I've been single placing these in the checkerboard method for a minute now, and I feel like I've made no progress. So I'm going to finish checkerboarding the sparse areas along the side here. And then we're going to start multi-placing because I can. I just can't. Hello, Elvie. Welcome to the stream. So I was talking about this with most of you who are now in the chat. But I was talking about this with other friends as well. Trying to figure out... what it means to... What's the word? Trying to figure out what it means to... Oh dear. I can't remember. I'll let you know when I remember. Let's go to something else. ADHD brain is kicking in. I can't remember what I was talking about. And I just started. Anyway. Yeah, so I don't know what I was talking about. How does that happen? How do I start a conversation and then instantly lose that thought track? It's just gone. Okay, yeah, LV, I'm 100% going to show you the multi-placing because it saves lives, to be honest. It saves actual lives. I'm going to zoom in over here. I'm going to pull back. Let me transition. So if you look over here, you see these like really big like areas here. That's all multi-placed. I multi-placed that. I wasn't going to do all that blue single again. And even then I used my huge 12 placer, which I realized I could fit like 13 to 14 squares on. It took a minute to get used to that. That's how I actually did this blue area too, with this big placer. I realized as I get to like square 12 or 13, it starts getting too smushed in. So like I have to like push it out at the same time. So like I have to apply and then push forward. So it shifts everything up to get it to actually apply on the square lines. So I'm going to show you later because like this saves lives. It saves lives. It saves time. It saves energy. Let me go ahead and this is gunky. Let me go ahead and transition back to what we're working on. There we go. And where's my pen? I just had it. Where'd it go? ADHD brain is really kicking in today. Oh, it's over. I'm done. I'm just switching pens. I don't know where I put it. I just had it in my hand. I swear to God. Okay, I'll find it. Give it like 3 minutes and my brain will kick in and be like, oh, you put it down here. Aha! I did find it. I did find it. Okay, so the word down clicked in, and it occurred to me that I didn't look like on my chair between my legs or anything. And that's where it was. It was resting right between my knees on the edge of the chair, close to Jack. I swear my grandma would always say if my head wasn't screwed to my shoulders, I would lose it. And she's right. She's 100% right. Oh, I remember what I was talking about now. I was talking about imagining things and seeing things in your brain. And I know I talked to most of you in chat about it already, but for the rest of you who are probably going to watch this on replay, I learned very recently that not everyone sees pictures in their mind. And actually, what I actually learned was that there are people who see things in their mind, like actually see pictures in their mind. In my brain, I don't see pictures, so I just thought that was normal. Like, I thought picture this was just a phrase. It didn't really mean anything. But like, paint a mental picture was like, okay, think about it and kind of map out in your mind where things would be. But like, I didn't realize that people actually saw pictures. I didn't know. And then it was just like, but what? It must be like the minority of people who see pictures, right? No. Apparently it's a majority thing. Apparently, it's so strange. So then I started getting into it more with one of my chat groups, and one of my friends, he sees pictures, but he also does the internal monologue thing, where he's explaining the pictures as he sees it to himself. At least that's from what I understand of his message, that's what he does. Whereas I only have the internal monologue. Like, even the daydream that I explained last week, that daydream was 100% audio. Like, I pictured all of that stuff through audio. Like, I was giving an interview in my head to a reporter or somebody, a journalist, whatever have you, about the space I was talking about. That was all in my head. Like, I didn't see anything. I just kind of knew where stuff was or where it should be, how I wanted it to look, and just talking it through in my head. And me telling that to Elizabeth absolutely blew her mind. Because again, it was detailed. My daydream was detailed. But yeah, there was no picture. And I've never been able to make pictures when daydreaming. So then I looked more into it because, once my brain latches on something interesting, I must now learn everything and become an armchair expert, if that's what they're called, about it. And I think it's called aphantasia, and there's like 5 different levels to aphantasia, but there's also like the sub levels where it's like, yeah, you don't make a picture but you talk about everything, or you make like this very blurry picture but you can explain it perfectly with your words, or you make a picture with no words whatsoever. And I'm just like, this is insane. Brains are insane. I don't know how people study the brain. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Sorry, I've just been distracted by the feeling of my legs going numb. Jack is leaning on it. Jack and Artemis are leaning on my leg, and I'm sorry, babies, but Mama's gotta move that leg. Mama's gotta move that leg. Okay, so yeah, single placing this little area is going slower than I thought it would. I think it's because my mic is kind of in the way. So I'm gonna move my mic to the side. Let me know if you can't hear me as well anymore because I moved my mic, and I'll figure something else out. But just trying to single place this area to the side before I go in with my multi-place here for LV. There's more single place up here, but I'm getting bored. And once I get bored with single placing, I gotta switch it up. We gotta move. So let's get, there we go. So I'm gonna use the 6 placer. It's my preferred placer, to be honest. The 12 placer is great, but this is my preferred placer. It's just a little more controllable. Also because the hole that my 12 placer is in, it's a bit too big for the 12 placer. So as I'm using it, it'll rock back and forth. It'll come out. It's not too big. It's just a tiny bit too big. So I'm going to get me a nice little hot glue gun and just glue it in. Because at least with hot glue, I can break that seal easy without breaking the pen or breaking the placer. So what I do is I like to keep my boat vertical. If I'm doing vertical multi-placing, I'll keep my boat vertical, and I'll lay it down from the part that's closest to me to the part that's away from me. Just kind of one diamond at a time. I don't just stab it. And then I make sure to kind of like line them up. Like right now, you're watching me push them against the ridge in the boat to line them up as straight as possible. Can you focus, camera? Focusing is your job. It should not be that hard. Nope. Not going to focus. How sad is that? But if it would focus, you would see that they're lined up very nicely. So then as I apply them again, I'm going to apply them from the edge that's closest to me. Focus, you damn thing. I'm just gonna tap that back on. Never mind. And we start again. So closest to me, away from me, tap against the edge or push against the edge to make it straight on the pen. And then I'm going to apply it again, edge closest to me to the edge furthest away from me. And there, you have a multi-placed line. And sometimes I'll just place them willy-nilly. Like I won't tap them against the edge of the boat, only because I know that I'm going to go in and kind of just settle them like this. And if they ever get a little bit too spaced out, I'll go in and adjust one by one. And it's never too spaced out, to be honest. Because by the time I go back and fill it in, filling it in actually helps to straighten them out as well. So yeah, so imagine me doing this with twice the gems. So my 6 placer actually picks up 7 squares. I know I mentioned that before, but just reminding people, it actually picks up 7 squares. There is something in the side here. Maybe that's why it's not picking up as nicely. Take it out. Ah, yeah, it looks like a piece of resin drill, probably from last night. I found more trash last night, like trash drills, and part of the, like, some of the resin, just lines of resin, were just separate from the drills, just chilling among the drills. So I just tweezered them out, put them in my trash bin, my trash container. And then a couple of the drills had extra tabs on them. And this is normal. It's normal to find some drills with the extra tabs. As long as it's not the majority, you're fine. And I find with Diamond Art Club, it's never the majority. So I'm okay with what I found. There's only a few pieces anyway. Okay, so here along this edge, I'm not gonna checkerboard it as nicely as I was, only because this is where the E's start as well. So now I'm running into an issue with, I'm gonna have to 100% single place like a good swath of this, and I'm not looking forward to it, you know. I'm just not. I feel bad for not looking forward to it, but it's gotta happen. It's gotta happen. So I'm just going to try to pick up some more. I might have to redo the the wax in this one, because it's just not picking up. So I'm gonna have to redo the wax soon. I'm gonna go ahead and try to fill in some areas now. This area only needs 3. I have 4. That's why the pen's not going down. There we go. Now it went down. I'm gonna fill in this area now, because it's just gonna get a bit tougher as I go higher up. Ooh. Ugh. There we go. Sorry about that. I'm still fighting off like the end of my cold. I'm done with all my medication. I don't feel quite as sick as I was last week, but it's still lingering. It's still refusing to leave my soul alone. What just happened? Okay. Alright, universe, I'll calm down. I won't complain. At least I'm still mostly healthy. I got some great sleep last night. I will say, I actually went to sleep at a semi-decent hour. And aside from Apollo waking me up by biting on my elbow, I woke up pretty naturally. And after like a good maybe 7 or 8 hours of sleep. So that's nice for me. Oh boy. Yeah, definitely gonna have to replace the wax in this one. Where's my wax case? Oh boy. When I find the wax case, I will replace the wax in this one. I know I said I wouldn't be streaming for too long today, but I already put out all these colors, so now I'm just gonna be streaming until I finish all of these colors. I don't want to have to put them back into the container. And I don't want to leave them on the desk because the cats will 100% knock them off. I had to convince Jack to stay off my desk this morning as I was setting up for the stream. And he's never on the desk. For some reason today, he wanted to be on the flipping desk, which was crazy to me. Oh, look at you. I just looked under my desk to look at Jack and to kind of glare at him a little bit, but he is underneath there, cuddled up with Artemis for warmth. I can't be too mad at him when he's like that, so. He's just too cute. And these days, he is the angel. Anyone who knows me and Jack knows that I call him Jackass for a reason. Like, he's a rude cat. But these days, like, compared to Artemis, compared to Apollo, he's an angel. All he wants is to nap. All he wants to do is nap. If he wants to play, he'll go bother his siblings. But he wants to nap. He doesn't want to bite me anymore. And by bite, I don't mean like he was aggressive. It was more, he would get sleepy and then decide that his best chew toy for comfort was me. He doesn't do that anymore. He doesn't latch onto my hand and just bite down anymore. He just cuddles. Even last night, he walked straight up to where my neck joins with my shoulder. He slept right there. And I was just like, oh my goodness. That's not comfortable for any of us. But, you know, if that's where you want to be, that's where you want to be. I'm not going to push you off. You're being sweet. You've been a nice boy all day. Yeah, he is growing up. He's taking care of his siblings. He grooms them. He watches them. He scolds them. And by scolding, I mean like he'll paps them up. He'll pop them in the head a couple of times if he needs to. He'll chase them down. They'll run away from him. He knows. He's still a punk when it comes to his food, though. Like, Artemis will just push her face into his bowl while he's eating, and he'll just leave the bowl. He'll be like, all right, chill. Have it. It's yours. No problems. I'll eat later. And I'm just like, you can't do that, Jack. She needs to eat her own kitten food. You can't do that. Let her eat her food and skibbity paps her away from your bowl because she needs to eat hers. But I think he's okay with it because he gets kitten food out of the deal. Once they kind of polish off his bowl for him, he'll go ahead and polish off their bowl, and he likes kitten food. So oh boy, oh boy. Oh, I placed that one a little bit too high from the bottom, so now it's all a kilter. Oh. But yeah, usually he starts off the night in like the crook of my neck, and then he'll get up and then move into my armpit instead. And that's his favorite place to be now when he goes to sleep. His like head will rest on my upper arm / shoulder area, and then he'll just be wrapped in my arms. I'm like, okay, this is how we sleep now. This is how I'm comfortable. He is my personal teddy bear. And he's so warm. It makes me so happy. But also, some days he'll leave me for his siblings and join them at my feet instead. And when he does that, I'm just like, Jack, I can't go to sleep, but I need you up here in my arm. I need you where I can hug you, please. And then I'll pick him up and he'll get grumpy and move. He's just like, Mom, not today. Not today, Mama, not today. Okay. Uh-oh. That was not supposed to go there. Oh, yes, it was. Never mind. That was exactly supposed to go there. What are you talking about? No mistakes here. What? Ooh. My back. Oh, my back. That hurts. I'm gonna need more fours. More fours, and there's my heart tray. More fours and more wax. For anyone who wants to know how to get the wax out of the pens, tweezers. The good old Diamond Art Club tweezers. I just like to try not to scratch it too much, at least. But I go in and I just kind of pick it up from the bottom. I honestly think I could probably use this wax again. Like if I were to like flip it over and just use the bottom as the top now. But then it would become this. Actually, you know what? No, we're gonna try. We're gonna try it. If I flip it from bottom to top and just smooth it in as much as I can, maybe it'll work. Just maybe. Because it's still sticky on the bottom, at least. It's just the top that's losing its stickiness. Alright, let's try it. If it doesn't work, sorry. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Let's do that. Yeah, it works like a dream. Works like a dream. That was great. It picked up so nicely. I'm gonna start from the bottom of this one. Oh, another tip for multi-placing, especially for multi-placing in a place that's like has like a curved edge to it, just follow the curved edge. Multi-place however you want. You don't have to make it perfectly checkerboard if your brain allows for it. Like the area I showed you yesterday, it's curved around where the threes and the lighter colors are for that halo ring she has around her head. And my brain was just like, okay, just follow it. We can fit the checkerboard in to this curve instead. It just made sense at that time. So if your brain allows you to do things that are a bit out of order from what you usually do, just do it. Just go for it. It's satisfying. It makes things a bit easier so you're not fighting with yourself. Just do it. It's fine. Unless it's dangerous. Unless it's dangerous. If it's dangerous, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't let the intrusive thoughts win. And trust me, I get intrusive thoughts all the time. Some of them are fairly harmless. Like the urge I get to just punch my friends in the arm. I don't know why. I just get the urge. But I know exactly who is okay with it and who's not okay with it. So those who are okay with it will be like, ow. I'm just like, sorry. Intrusive thought. They just go, okay. Usually it's my gym bro friends. Not that I go to the gym. They just like going to the gym. So they're strong dudes. So usually it's them. And they're used to it by now. At this point, they just kind of accept it. And I'm kind of sad about it. Like I shouldn't be punching them. But my brain wins. My brain wins sometimes. And I just do. And I just go bop into the arm. Not too hard or anything like that. But, you know. Bop into the arm. And then we move on. At this point, I think it's what is triggered? What the hell? I think it's triggered by stress. Sometimes it's by stress. Sometimes it's just the lack of thought in my brain. And my brain goes, do something. Do anything. Punch that. And then once we do it, we kind of wake up a bit more. So maybe it's stress. Maybe it's being tired. But yeah, it happens. Don't let your dangerous, intrusive thoughts win. That was the point of that entire thing. I'm a chaotic storyteller, aren't I? Yeah. Oh well. We'll live. We will all live. 4 down. 4 down. I don't know if you guys can see. Probably not. Hold on, so I'm gonna raise the tray up. We have an interloper in here. It's right there. Just a random little blue piece of something. Huh. Not just that. Let's get the trash container. Pop that in there. Not just that, I just found this little piece. This is what I'm talking about, like little strands of resin that come from the drills. Like I haven't found any tabbed drills live. I just found one. The tiniest tabs though, the tiniest tabs. So they will break off. Like you can't even see it on camera. They're so tiny. But like this color hasn't had any issues, any drill issues that are like before what I just found. So sometimes you'll find like just little pieces of ish in your drill packets, and that's why you have extra containers like this one. You put the little issues, the little tabbed drills and whatever have you into that trash container, and you're fine. And by the time you look at what the trash container holds after a whole diamond painting piece, you realize it's not that big of a deal. It's not even that much, to be honest. Make sure my laptop is actually charging for once. It is. I forgot to put it to charge last night, which 100% my fault. But then I'm making sure it's charging, and it's charging pretty slow, which is strange for my laptop and this charger on my desk. But at least it's not shutting off. At least it's actually building slowly, but it's going. What's that one? That one's a 5. That one's a 6. Lies, that one was a 7. Ah. And here's a 4, a 2, a single. Another thing I like about multi-placing is even when you're multi-placing the same colors, it gets easier. Like once you start putting down all of the big places, it gets easier to find where like the small lines of color are. So it gets easier to fill them in as well. And sometimes you're making the small lines yourself, but still works. Still gets most of the placement done in a short amount of time. Ugh. Oh, but so much purple has been done. So much of that number 4 has been done. Now that I'm looking up at my screen now. Like when I'm looking at it, because I'm so close to it, I'm not really seeing how much has gotten done. But as soon as I look up at my screen to check on the chat or on the framing of stuff, I'm just like, oh, that's nice. That's good. That looks pretty. And I also like, I think I mentioned this last time, I like multi-placing even small amounts with a big multi-placer. Like the fact that I can pick up 2. I don't have to switch to my single placer. I just keep going with this one. I made another order. When did I make that order? I don't know. I can't remember. But if you remember from my unboxing series, I unboxed oh wait, you guys never saw that unboxing, right? Oh, you guys are in for a treat. Okay, so I'm gonna unbox again, re-unbox a diamond painting I got from Black Friday. So I think I explained it, but I'm not, I think I explained it in my first stream, but I'm not too sure. During the Black Friday sale at Diamond Art Club, I went ahead and ordered 3 different paintings. One of them is a Kiki delivery service, like not actually from the movie, but a scene created by a wonderful artist, Yume Art. And I have her, she's underneath some stairs reading books. I got Phases, which is a beautiful moon, like phases of the moon diamond painting. Actually, didn't I post that one? Didn't I post that unboxing? If I did not, I apologize. It's somewhere on my phone or in my camera. I should really check that out and see what I posted last. Oh yeah, you guys never saw it. So I have like 4 new paintings that you guys have not seen me unbox. And it's because I was doing the video for them and my camera just kept cutting out. So here I am doing this like rapid fire unboxing of, I think at the time it was 3 different paintings. And I didn't realize, but sometime in the first 20 minutes of this 45 minute recording, my camera had turned off. It had just stopped recording. And I don't have a way to monitor my camera while I'm filming. So I didn't know. I was just doing audio and not video for the longest time. And I was so upset when I like finished everything and went to turn off the camera and then it made its recording beep. So I was like, what? Huh? You were already recording. What do you mean you're recording now? That's not possible. Yeah, it is possible. Yeah, it was possible. So when I get this new painting in tomorrow, DHL said they're delivering it tomorrow. When I get this new painting in tomorrow, I will set up a unboxing video with that painting, plus one of the paintings I got during that Black Friday sale, which is its counterpart. So it's 2 different paintings, but of the same subject, and just different perspectives of that subject. And I'm not going to spoil what the subject is or who the subject is. I'm just going to let you guys figure that out in the next unboxing video. Oh, but I will tell you this. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's everything. I already have plans for these paintings once they're done. Like I know I not exactly know what I'm going to put them, but I know how I want them framed. I know how I want them displayed. I just have to find out where I'm going to display them, because they're going to be gorgeous paintings. One is a square and one is a round. So they're opposites in just about every way. And I love it. It's going to be great. I hope you guys like it too. And maybe, okay, I think I've since fixed the issue with my main camera. If I haven't, well, I'll just be using my iPhone instead, as I have been doing. But I think maybe to honor the other paintings I got, especially that Kiki Under the Stairs one, which is absolutely gorgeous, I will be setting up a different unboxing to just quickly go through those as well. Give them the attention they deserve, you know? I buy these beautiful things that deserve to be seen before and after they're completed. How long has the stream been going for, by the way? I can't really tell. I'm gonna say an hour? It feels, from the tightness in my shoulders, I'm gonna say an hour. I think that heating pad under my feet has finally kicked in, because that or the cats are sharing their heat effectively, because my feet aren't as cold as they were before. I cannot believe I'm still working on this one color after all this time. I love how I say cannot believe that, considering that the square above it was basically one color the entire time. If anyone has any tips on how to go faster, let me know. I would love to try out anything. I already multi-place. I try to keep my tray as close to the area I'm working on as I can, so I'm not wasting too much arm movement, because wasting arm movement means wasting time. But if anyone has any ideas, and you know, let me know. Send me a message, send me a comment. Anything. It has been an hour, Elizabeth? Okay. Yeah, I can feel it. Maybe it's definitely the way I'm sitting. I should be sitting up more, getting my posture together, but I was gonna say I can't see, but that's a lie. I can see. Sitting up nicely, I can still see. I'm just being lazy, I guess, with the hunching. Yay! I think we've got all the 4s. Yes, all the 4s are done. Time to move on to another one. Bet you time will fly now. Or maybe not, because there's a lot of C's too. Okay, I know I said that I would more than likely take a break, just stop the stream early. But after I did all these colors, I don't think that's happening. I think I'm gonna have to admit defeat and allow my back to win, and then take a break. By the way, no matter what hobby you're doing, whether it be knitting, crocheting, whatever have you, always take a break. As soon as you feel any kind of pain somewhere, take a break. It's just better for you that way, and then you get to enjoy doing it for longer. So, like, usually if I'm not streaming, when I'm not streaming and I'm diamond painting, I will just stop and sit back and rest. I've been known to take naps in my chair during diamond painting. Jack will come and claim a spot on my lap or on my chest, and that's usually my cue to be like, okay, let's take a break, let's take a nap, let's get up, let's move, let's go eat something, let's go get a snack, let's go pour another glass of wine or juice or water, whatever I'm into that day. And then I get back to it, and I find when I do that, I'm going for hours. I'm diamond painting for 3, 4, 5, 6 hours in the day, but usually with those breaks in between. Without the breaks in between, I kind of burn out for the day. My brain goes, okay, we're done. Okay, we don't want to do this anymore. Something else. Find something else. So after this stream, I'll probably just sit back, relax, maybe order some lunch. I'm not cooking today. It's too cold for that. Maybe order some lunch and play video games. Oh yeah. I should play some video games. I haven't played Assassin's Creed Valhalla in so long. And then I still have to finish Horizon Zero Dawn. I still have to finish that. I know all the lore already, but I still want to play through it and see how she learns the lore. What am I going to order? I don't know. I've had KFC 2 nights in a row. I don't think I should order KFC again. I'm currently on a fried chicken kick. I don't know why. But I shouldn't do KFC again. Shake Shack is just too expensive. But so flipping good. Love me some Shake Shack. Pizza. I could do pizza, I guess. But it's not calling to me. Tacos? I could do tacos. I haven't had tacos in a while. I don't know what I'm gonna eat today. Ooh! Gukbap. Pretty gukbap. Nice, hot soup. Ooh! 감자탕. I think 감자탕 or 돼지국밥 is going to end up winning. Sorry, Elizabeth. Or 삼계탕. Unidos. Yeah, uno dos. I haven't been back to unos dos in so long. I need to go back. I think the last time I went was just before Christmas, and I haven't been able to go back. I haven't had the time. I haven't had the energy. And I love it there. Every time I go back there, it's just like I'm walking into home. My friends work there. People I like to talk to work there. The vibe is always very chill. The food is always on point. I love unos dos. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. But I feel like whenever I get it delivery, it's just a bit sad. I feel for me, Unos Dos isn't just about the great food, it's also about the people around. Like, being in there and talking with my friends who are in the kitchen, who are serving the food, just talking smack is great. I think it really lends to the atmosphere, and it just makes the food taste better that way. I swear to God, the food tastes better when I'm in there, and it already tastes good. When I get delivery, it tastes amazing, but something's lacking. It's because my friends aren't there. That's what it is. Now I know. Now I realize. Now I can explain myself. When next time I go back and be like, this is why I don't like getting a delivery anymore. I know why. I figured it out. But yeah, kamjatang, yes, I love it. There's a place downstairs that sells it. But it's also, the kamjatang is so big for one person. It's like a $40 dish. Granted, I could probably take out half of it, cool it down, put it in the fridge for later. But it's such a big pot of food. But then the hejangguk, which is just a smaller version of the kamjatang, it doesn't hit the same spot that the big version does. I don't know why. For those of you who don't speak Korean and are watching the video, kamjatang is this pork rib stew with veggies, and not even that many veggies, to be honest. It's mostly meat. It has some veggies. It has a very nice hot, slightly spicy broth. And I love it. I eat so much rice whenever I have kamjatang because I'm just pouring that broth into my rice bowl. I end up eating like 2 or 3 servings of rice when I have kamjatang, which is probably not good for me, but it's delicious and it's warming and it fills your stomach and it's just so good. Kamja meaning potato, tang meaning like soup or stew. It's like this. Okay, so in Korean, so mini Korean lesson, which I like to give even though I'm not fluent in Korean at all, but I like to share like the small things I learn while learning Korean. There's like 3 different words for soup and stew, and I'm sure there's more than 3, but there are 3 that I could recall off the top of my head. There's guk, tang, and jjigae. From what I understand and from what I've noticed, guk, anything that has guk is like, it's mostly broth. It's mostly broth. It doesn't have too many extra ingredients inside that's served with it. Like Twitchikukbap, for instance. Twitchikukbap has it's like a beef bone broth and a few slices of pork, and you can add salted like mini salted shrimp for seasoning. You can add chives, like the garlic chives, like the flat leaf one, not what we call chives in America, which is like the scallions. You can add chives. You can add I usually add sometimes I get noodles. Depends on which place I go to, but they'll give me noodles and I add that at the end when I'm just about done with all the meat and everything inside. And it's great, but it doesn't have many toppings. You call them toppings for stew or for soup? I don't know. It doesn't have many like extra things in it. You know, it's mostly about the broth. Tang, let's not do tang. Let's do jjigae. Jjigae is what I would normally call a stew. It's thicker. The broth is much thicker. It sticks to you more, I feel like. And there's lots and lots and lots of stuff in it. So there's upwards of 5 or 6 things inside of it when it's served to you. It's been cooked with like so many things. And then tang is like right in between guk and jjigae. It's thicker than guk. It's not as thick as jjigae. It has more things inside of it than guk does, but not as much as jjigae. And I don't know how else to explain it. That's just about it. So every time I see a new food that I haven't tried yet, and it ends with tang, I kind of know the texture that it's going to end up being. The thickness of it, the viscosity of it, I kind of end up knowing. If it says jjigae, I know it's going to be thick. It's going to be like not thick, not like gloopy or anything, but it's going to be heavier, I guess is the better word for it. It's going to be heavier. It's going to be a bit more filling. Like this is the main dish. The main dish is the jjigae itself. And sometimes jjigae is not even the main dish. Sometimes jjigae is the side dish, which tells you something about Koreans and how they eat. Which is sometimes big, mostly because they eat in groups. And yeah, like thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you for saying I explained it so well. Because it bothered me for a long time what the difference was between tang, jjigae, and guk. It bothered me. I had to figure it out. But yeah, I think stuff like kamdatang, because it's usually, even when you order it delivery, it comes as this huge bowl, huge pot of food. It's meant to be shared with others. It's meant to be eaten with others. It's not meant for you to eat it by yourself. Kimchi jjigae can be served as a side dish because it's being served along with all this other stuff, also meant not for you to eat by yourself, meant for you to eat with a group of people, with your friends, with your family. Or if you have a big appetite, with one other person. Otherwise you get like a really small bowl of kimchi jjigae. And even then, I can't eat a whole side dish of kimchi jjigae by myself because I have this other stuff to eat. And I don't eat small, but I don't eat big either, you know? So, that's all the C's. And guess what? I found more 4's. I have to go back and do some 4's. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. But it's something that I kind of picked up in my time learning Korean. And it's not something I even learned in my Korean class. Like I took Korean classes before coming to Korea. Like I took classes in college. I took Korean classes after I came to Korea. I didn't even learn it in class. I learned it, I think, through Google. Because I once asked a couple of my Korean coworkers, hey, what's the difference? Why is this called this but not this? Why is it 미역국 but not 미역탕? Like, why can't you say that? Why can't you say 미역찌개? Like, what's the difference? And some of them couldn't explain it to me because like it just is. It just is. And I can't be mad at them for not being able to explain it to me because I can't explain a lot of things in English because it just is. That's just the word for it. and there's no other alternative. So yeah, it was an interesting deep dive into Google that day, I believe it was, and trying to figure it out. And now I have this knowledge just living rent free in my head. So yeah, back to food. Back to what I'm going to eat today. That's what started this all. I don't know what I'm going to eat today. But you know what, now that I've talked about kamjatang so much, I think I'm just going to bite the bullet, pay my 30,000 won, and order kamjatang. It's going to be hot. It's going to be delicious. It's going to be filling. I'll have to fight to make sure that the kittens don't try to take the bones away. Oh yeah, by the way, for those of you who don't know, apparently Apollo has turned into a chicken bone stealing ninja. And I mean that in this sense. Again, I've had KFC 2 nights in a row. Last night I had it at home instead of at a friend's house, but I had KFC. I ate my chicken. I put my chicken bones in the box, and I kind of closed the lid. Not completely, I realized, but I kind of closed the lid. If it weren't for something catching my eye in my peripheral vision, which I have great peripheral vision, if it wasn't for something catching my eye in my peripheral vision, I would never have seen that Apollo was in the chicken box. Grabbing his second chicken bone, not even his first, his second. And the first chicken bone was from a drumstick. How did I not hear him stealing the drumstick? How? I don't... Yeah, so after that, I made sure to close the box, put the box in a bag, put the bag right next to my leg, because he's a ninja. He's a ninja. I don't get it. How did he do it? Like, the thing is, I expect Artemis to steal food. I really do. I expect Artemis to steal food. She's good at it too. Like, if I have a bowl of anything, it doesn't have to be anything that cats particularly like. It could just be of anything. I had a bowl of cereal that Artemis tried to drink out of. Right? I had a bowl of rice that she tried to eat. Granted, the rice was mixed with tuna, so maybe the tuna is what caught her attention. But if I leave a bowl unattended or just ignored for a couple of seconds, here comes Artemis. Here she is, sticking her head in the bowl, smelling it to see if it's edible. And if she can't figure out if it's edible, she'll actually try to take a lick of it. The amount of times I've had to run to catch her to take her away from the food. Because I don't want her to get used to the taste of human food. I just don't. But these days, I don't have to worry about Artemis. I'm worrying about Apollo. Because Mr. Apollo decided he now wants to eat human food. As an example, I was eating some sour cream and cheddar Lay's chips yesterday, and clumsy me dropped the bowl, and all over my floor it's just chips. And I go, oh, great. Let me go find my broom. Let me find the broom. I'll clean it up. I'll throw it away. It's all right. We have another bag chilling in the snack area. If I still want more after I clean it up, I'll just go get some of those. Why did I hear crunching 2 seconds later? Why did I hear crunching 2 seconds later? And I'm thinking, oh, it's Artemis. Artemis is after my chips on the floor. It's not Artemis. It's Apollo trying to eat chips. And he actually ate the chips. I snatched him off the floor. I held him. I tried to see if he had made a dent in the chips or anything. Because all I did was go to find the broom. That's all I did. But no, he didn't make a dent or anything. He just ate a couple of chips. And I'm just like, why? What? You too, Elizabeth? Does Hawaii eat your chips too? Oh, what is it with the potato chips? Oh my God. So can someone please tell me, why do cats want to eat potato chips? Please. And cheese. Hawaii loves human food. And cheese. I think Jack likes cheese, but he's only gotten it in the form of cheese cat treats. But when I pull out the cheese cat treats, Jack comes out. Jack is there. He's ready for those cheese cat treats. Let me go back and fill in some of these squares up here. Ah, my back. Okay, I think I'm gonna fill in these. I'm gonna fill in these up here, and then we're gonna end the stream. My back is absolutely killing me. And like I said earlier, I need to take care of myself and take my breaks and really just make sure that I'm not hurting myself, even for a stream, even though I want you guys to see what it looks like, how it comes out. It's best if I just take care of myself. Then I can stream for a longer period of time instead of short bursts. I won't get too overwhelmed with having a stream. I won't get overstimulated by different physical feelings over my body, the cold, my back, everything. I think I'm gonna take I think it was Rika who said in my first stream that I should get a standing desk. I think I'm gonna actually look into a standing desk for downstairs and move my filming spaces back downstairs. But I'm just gonna fill in the last of this checkerboard, and then we're gonna go. Oh, I'm sad. I didn't get to do any of the other colors. I only did 3 colors today. Was it 3? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 colors. I worked on 4 colors today. And by the time next week comes around, this section will probably be done. I'll probably be onto this section next instead. But yeah, I can't wait to see this completed and to make this my first complete of the year. But if I want to do that, I'm gonna have to be faster. I have to get quicker. And filling in the last pieces. Please lay down. Adjusting this line. Okay. Oh, ow. Even rolling my shoulders hurts. All right, guys. That just means it's time for me to go. Let me go ahead and zoom back out for everybody. Oh. Uh-oh. I have been rotated. Okay, that's better. Yeah. Thank you everyone for coming on, watching me, listening to me talk all kinds of nonsense about my cats, my life, random musings. And yeah, it actually is very good. I'm gonna move this tray. Oh, I cannot wait to get into this middle part. And to get into like the bottom of the I would pull it up more, but I actually kind of taped. I actually could take off the tape, it's fine. I can't wait to get into like the bottom areas as well. That's going to be really pretty. I can't unroll it right now because it's currently being held together by 2 binder clips to make sure it doesn't unroll from the tape, holding it to the desk. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me and for being part of, there's one sticking up over here, being part of what has been done over here. Here's the crown that we had started on, the crown of her head that we started on from last time. But yeah, thanks for joining me, guys. I'll see you next time. See you next week. Bye.